Manx Radio Sport.
Recovered really well, Ryan Burns, as well, because he could see it. The ball was played over. Ryan was on the inside of him, which is not what he wanted, but he sort of came down, he scooped it around. Whether he meant it doesn't matter, because it looked good, and got a chance here.
Merrifield has whipped towards goal and off the top of the crossbar. Closest either side has come so far. Well, the referee's actually stopped play here.
I think this might be a goal, because it looked to me as if it might go back.
It could well indeed. There's a couple of protests going on here. Well, the referee's going to have a word with the linesman. It was whipped towards goal. It crashed off the underside of Adam Killier's crossbar. The goalkeeper rooted to the spot. It's then bounced out, but did it cross the line before it bounced out?
I don't think it bounced out. I think it went in.
We'll have to wait and see. Well, the referee's having a word. And it's been given. Burscough are in front. It's John McGrath, I think, who's claiming the glory on this one. What a strike it was. Burscough out of nowhere. It's a game that's been crying for a moment of quality in front of goal, and it's the visitors who provided it. FC Alaman 0, Burscough 1. Cut inside from that left-hand flank, McGrath, and he just bent it towards goal. And Adam Killier rooted to the spot, crashed off the underside of his crossbar, into the ground and back out again. Play resumed temporarily, then it was brought back. The linesman seemed to indicate to the referee that it had crossed the line. And the referee, Carn Hayes, agrees with his fellow official. And Burscough have opened the scoring. Coughlin. Let's head it back across the 6-yard area. Merrifield trying to get there. That might fall nicely for Rigby. Deflected off an FC Alaman defender. And behind for a corner. Some half-hearted appeals for a handball. But deflected behind for a Burscough corner on the left-hand side there. Half cleared, and Rigby had all the time in the world. He caught it sweetly, Tony. Just a red shirt was in the way.
Yeah, I think it was Burnsy. Ryan Burns that got a touch to it, and it's going to be a corner now to Burscough, so we want to keep this tight to just go in at 1-0 down. That goal scored before, and FC Alaman, Adam Killier's a bit covered in there, so they're trying to sort that out.
There's plenty of bodies on that goal line, I think it's fair to say. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinging delivery. Matthew Coughlin to take here for Burscough. Into the 6-yard box. Adam Killier doesn't quite claim it. It's been forced in again. And I think it's the captain, James McCulloch, who's managed to get it here. Burscough have taken control at the end of the half. FC Alaman 0, Burscough 2. It was whipped into an absolute melee of players on the goal line there. Adam Killier went to collect it. Didn't quite do so. It pinballed between the feet there. And I think it's the Burscough captain, James McCulloch, who's got the final touch to slam it home from point blank, Tony. 2-0.
It is, and that's what you don't want to do, isn't it? Because it's a lot different team talk now at half-time. And, it was, again, ball over. Adam Killier was there, parried it away, but he couldn't hold on to it.
His header on, though, comfortably into the hands of Adam Killier on his 6-yard box. That is the final action of a first half that had largely been extremely level right up until the final few minutes when the visitors surged into life in front of goal. Half-time, FC Alaman 0, Burscough 2. Very little of the way of clear-cut chances for both sides for the majority of that first period. FC Alaman 0, Burscough 2. Goals late on in the first half from John McGrath, which needed a bit of deliberation, and then James McCulloch from a corner. Here's Steve Whitley charging through the centre for FC Alaman with a bit of room. Goes for goal! What a strike! And out of nowhere, FC Alaman are back in the game. FC Alaman 1, Burscough 2. Charging through the centre, Steve Whitley virtually unchallenged. He had the chance to get it onto his left foot from around 30 yards out. Caught it crisply. Over the top of Ben Barnes. Diving up to his left-hand side. It wasn't enough. And it's gone arrowing into the top left-hand corner. And FC Alaman haven't been frustrated by this Burscough defence so far that's been so astute. That Burscough defence has just been unlocked with a moment of magic. There is going to be a change for FC Alaman. Adam Adebayi is coming on. He'll be replacing Dean Pennington. But Tony, from Paul Jones' perspective, he'll be hoping that's game on. FC Alaman 1, Burscough 2.
That was rubbish, that goal, wasn't it? Absolutely disappointed. What a shot that was. That was terrific.
Well, it looked like it was going to take something special to beat this Burscough backline, and on this one occasion it was with Steve Whitley. A cracking strike from his perspective. Gets FC Alaman back in the contest. They've halved the deficit here. Here is Whitley on the right-hand side again, up against Merrifield. Whitley looks into the back post here, and it's towards goal! It's 2-2! What an impact off the bench! Adam Adebayi! Well, you talk about making your mark. That's what he's done off the bench. FC Alaman 2, Burscough 2. 2 goals in 2 minutes. Very little reaction from Paul Jones, the FC Alaman manager, but he must be delighted inside. Steve Whitley, the finisher of the first, provider for the second, onto his left foot on this right-hand side, whipped it into the box. Adam Adebayi from around 15-16 yards, that still had work to do, but he's arrowed the header across Ben Barnes to the goalkeeper's left and into the bottom corner. And Just like that, Tony. FC Alaman are on level terms. FC Alaman 2, Burscough 2. What on earth next?
Class header.
Here is Rigby again over to take this one. Plenty of purple shirts yet again in the FC Alaman penalty area. Rigby looks into the box there. Burns heads down. Forbes wants to get there. Rigby tries to get there too. FC Alaman clear. McDonald. It's going to be Coughlin to hit one from 30 yards. Good save from Adam Killier down to his right. Held it well in the end. Coughlin caught it sweet. It zipped off the surface, but just not quite in the corner, Tony. It was collected by Killier. That
was a great strike by the right full-back, wasn't it? It was load of players in front of Adam Killier. Adam kept his eye on the ball, came through. Good stop by him.
Is McGrath here for Burscough. Left-footed into the box. Ryan Burns heads to the edge of the penalty area on the right-hand side. Whitley to collect here. Up against Rigby. There's the ball in field. Danny Gerrard looks over the top of the defence. Charlie Higgins to chase. He may be onside here. Higgins! It's 3-2! The comeback complete for the Ravens. FC Alaman 3, Burscough 2. And it's another one of the substitutes making an impact in Danny Gerrard with the ball over the top of the defence. Charlie Higgins with a bit of space. He was kept onside. Watched it onto his left foot, and then he drilled a half volley past Ben Barnes into the goalkeeper's near right-hand post. A whirlwind few minutes for both teams, from FC Alaman for all the right reasons, for Burscough for all the wrong reasons. From 2-0 down, FC Alaman lead by 3-2, Tony.
And you just sensed that one was going to go in, Rob, wasn't it? Because it was put on a plate for Charlie Higgins to do something with him. When it was on his left side, but he was in a good spot for it, you just knew where he was going to finish it. Put it to the goalkeeper's left-hand side, so he couldn't deal with it. The referee has been, I think, excellent all night. He's had a couple of big decisions to make. Certainly the goal, and he's gone, I think, in the favour of the linesman to make his decision.
Okay, that's an awkward clearance. Can't go getting it right. Bailey tries to volley it way over the top of the crossbar. Seemed an innocuous ball for FC Alaman to deal with. It bounced, and McVeigh, he sort of tried to shepherd it back to his goalkeeper. He fell to the floor, and it bobbled up nicely to Bailey on the edge of the box, and he just hacked at it with his left foot, Tony, and skies it.
He does, and I just thought if he could kick that down and get a bit of weight on it, then that was going to go straight in, but instead it went well and truly up in the air.
It is Adam Killier with the goal kick. Play goes on. Headed forward again by Cian Bell. No, that is the final action of the game. FC Alaman had to do it the hard way, but they've turned it around to win here. Full time in the NWCFL Premier Division. FC Alaman 3, Burscough 2.
Manx Radio Sport.